The biggest thing on digital is everybody thinks it's all about communication, but communication starts with listening. You need to understand there are tools, as I showed you last time, tools like Radian 6, Hootsuite. These are the tools which are used for listening. Technically, they will tell you based on the keyword how many people are talking about you, what all things they are talking about you, and the sentiment analysis. You can directly go and comment them over there. As we move ahead, then comes conscious focus. This is what of theoretical level, the purpose of communication foundation. These are all the theories of communication. Calm, confident voice, reviewing, communication method, various means of communication. It's the content is written using ChatGPT. Fundamentals of communication. I don't understand why post graduation people need to understand about fundamentals of communication, theories of communication, process of communication, sender, encoding, decoding, receiver. Now we learned this long time back. Models of communication, particular theory of communication. I don't, and theory has been taught to students of digital marketing who are going to work in a digital marketing agency. Free press and social responsibility. And what is new media? Now, I guess this particular book was written long time back, which is why they talk about new media. Now, new media was a new thing when this book was written, but digital computer technology used by new media to distribute this and spread. Now, computer and your social media is no longer a new media. This is a part of communication. New media now. He wrote a theory when he wrote this theory. By the way, you'll theory. Yeah, this thing it comes in the exam. What needs to be done about this particular theory, but course digital marketing your course is on digital and new media, but I don't understand what is this theory doing over here. The reason I'm scanning is I don't want anything to be missed out wherein I could have explained it. Most of these things still now, whatever we have seen is all about theories and theories. Evolution of development of digital media. Charles Babbage created something in 1800 when he didn't even know computers. What are computers? 1822, 1823. And what is the significance of this research project in the age of TIC? Then how do social media platforms work? Wow. Social network, media networks, review networks, discussion networks. Then you have social networking, bookmark, social. Yani, I remember when I started teaching new media technology and this digital marketing for MAPR way back in 2008 or around 2008, 2009. In that era, there were these concepts called social bookmarking. So online forum, there were a lot of such forums and social bookmarking sites like Technorati, Delicious and all. I don't see those websites to that percent exist right now. Towards only audio platforms, Clubhouse, Twitter, places. Somebody has added this surprisingly. But Clubhouse was so during the pandemic, everybody was sitting at home, and that's when the Clubhouse people who founded Clubhouse concept started this thing where you joined. It was a social network, but it was an audio social network. Like you can talk to people you don't know, who never met them, and you come on a discussion forum. Twitter started this with Spaces, and Spotify also has this. So Clubhouse technically is not to that extent relevant nowadays. YouTube is there. TikTok is banned in India, so you cannot do anything. Instagram stories, Facebook, all these things are video platforms. Disappearing content, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn stories. This discussion forums, Reddit, Quora, shoppable social media platforms like Pinterest, product pins, Facebook shops, Insta shops, Taobao. Taobao is a Chinese platform. I guess it's by Alibaba. Live Twitch is predominantly used by gaming community. So if you are into gaming or if you are a company which is into gaming and you want to connect with gamers to introduce your product and test it, then Twitch is the platform. YouTube, you will get gamers, but you will get all different type of sort of people, coaching people, DIY people, how to do hacks people from business platforms. Twitter has been classified as a business platform. That's interesting to know. It's a microblogging site, but it's not to that extent business. It's more of a customer support site right now. So that might be the reason. Closed and private network, Discord, Slack, Facebook groups. So there are many platforms like Slack nowadays, or Discord is there. There's a typo error. It's a Discord करके platform. Inspirational platforms, Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, blogs. Social media examples. Sina Weibo is again social media. draw attention. So advantage of social media, disadvantage of social media, cyberbullying. Social media is a passing fad. Images are crucial for social media, visual image, user generated content, hashtags. So how significant is user generated content? Boost SEO, tags of user generated images, both live feeds and videos, content and social media testimonials of product use, blog entries, Q&A sessions, case analysis surveys, reviews, hashtags, gamification. If you want to understand more about gamification, I suggest you can read a book called OCT. Become more and more important that you understand the crux of gamification, because it is core for your brand engagement. It is core for people to engage with you and take next stages as a part of the supply. For technically, it is good to read this book once and understand the baseline, because अगर pass होना है तो ये book पढ़ना जरूरी है. But read the first 10 pages where the theories are there, because those are the like 18 mark questions which will drop in. June Boulevard theory, this Babbage theory, Charles Babbage theory, and all. They do it purposely. ये सब बुक पढ़ के फायदा नहीं. This 2010 book, New Media Technology, these people don't know also कि चैट जीपीटी आने वाला क्या है. 13 years back वाला recommendation book is there. This book is another, like mass communication information age. Somebody writing a book in 1999, what is the relevance in 2023 of that book? Digital market and its economics and long tail, somehow these people love. How many times you people are searching, tell me where to buy coffee in Malad or in Santa Cruz, Kalina. Do you say this way? You don't say this way. But these people are saying that ye Jadsi Chris Anderson used this phrase for the first time in 2000, learning about long tail theory. Who implements long tail marketing? Netflix, Amazon, long tail marketing, also a bookshop, Buzzbook, and Stewart. So last time I showed you what are social media algorithms. It will be interesting for you to know that whenever anybody launches a social media platform, the first focus for them is to get more and more users, and then second is how users can create content and spend more time on the platform. That's where the crux of the platform is. So what they do is they create a lot of bots. And initially they open the platform, there will be some humans over there and a lot of bots. And humans, whenever they interact, they will get a lot of likes, they will get comments. But these comments have been done with bots. As the platform grows and more humans join, bots get reduced. And whenever a social platform is sold off, that's when they will delete all the bots. So that's why, if you remember, when Elon Musk was going to buy Twitter, he told Twitter specifically that they almost 30 to 40% Twitter users are bots. They are not real users. You need to remove those bots and only then I'll buy this. Same thing happened with LinkedIn. When Microsoft bought LinkedIn, removed lot of bots. And same right now, Facebook hasn't removed their bots because Facebook is not been sold. They are operating on their own. So technically, if you do some promoted post on Facebook, you might be speaking to bots, and bots are the one who are liking your post, nobody else. So that will be an interesting aspect which you might not be having. Same thing will happen with Instagram also. We currently project says the algorithm tries to increase engagement activity has increased by 50% annually. Say each platform has an algorithm, but interestingly, Facebook algorithm will push for more virality content. LinkedIn algorithm doesn't push for virality. LinkedIn algorithm will focus upon whether you are able to drive conversations. So if you post something on LinkedIn and you are able to drive more conversation, people will comment, then you reply, then they will reply, then you will reply, then they will reply. If this conversation is happening, your post gets seen by more number of people. While if you are on YouTube, then more number of people who spend time watching your video, based on that, you will get more number of views, and YouTube will push this video to more number of people. Same way happens with Facebook. Twitter, by and large, works on the whims and fancies of Elon Musk. But Twitter also, if you're a paid user of Twitter and if you post something and people are liking it, then it gets pushed up. But Twitter, it's more about ranting out stuff over there. So if you are able to have funny and interesting one-liners, people like it and retweet it, then you will get more amount of traction. So each particular platform, when you are using, you might be present as a digital marketing person, you might be present on all the platforms. But there will be one or two specific platforms which you need to focus and build those very dedicatedly, because that is where people will recognize you as a brand. What you people will do is whenever you are in need of a job, that's when you will become active on LinkedIn and you'll complete your profile, you'll have DP and everything, you'll say that open for hiring, you will start applying from LinkedIn. It doesn't work that way. And you won't get that kind of response rates over there on LinkedIn. You need to keep on cultivating and you need to keep on doing every day. You need to keep on building your brand. If you don't focus today and build yourself, when you need a job, that's when you start focusing, it won't work to that extent. So Twitter global engagement, Instagram algorithm. Instagram algorithm gives a lot of benefit for virality. By and large, for LinkedIn, it is very important that if people are posting comments on your profile, if you comment, then more people from similar interest groups will see your post. It doesn't happen on Instagram, doesn't happen. I'll show you an overview on social media analytics. So I'll show you a report which has been created using social media analytics. Okay, you can see this. So this was a report which we were working for a beer company from Australia, and they wanted an overview report about the Indian beer industry, and not just Indian beer industry, and overall the market for beer and everything. This was predominantly done using Radian 6, which is a social media listening tool of Salesforce. So the tool helps you to track data across keywords, sentiment, where you post, what time you post, male, female, age group. And based on that, this entire report was created. So personal course, light drinker, mild drinker. So each and every USA, this looks like Australia. By the Australia ही है. So these are the different beers and what brands resonate with them. All these data points, the entire report. So this is what you can do using social listening tools. Just to give you an overview about how listening helps. This is the importance of listening on social media channels. And there's a company called Musk. I don't know whether you people have heard about Musk, but Musk is regarded as one of the top shipping companies in the world. These are ultra large cargo carriers. These are not cruise liners. So this whole case study is one of the most iconic case studies of our time because it's a shipping company. The target audience are only clearing forwarding agents or companies who want to export or import. Not you and me are the target audiences, but still they wanted to explore social media marketing. So what they did was they hired a person because they wanted to do something in customer service, sales, and internal usage, like for employee brand building and everything. The guy who was looking after the social media for was a musician, so he used to come as a part-time. He's a Danish company. Danish means Denmark-based company. He used to come on part-time basis and he used to just listen to what is happening on social media channels, and he started classifying everything whatever is happening. So 2008 was goal to understand social media. So for 2 to 3 years they listened to all the conversations happening on social media on all the keywords which are relevant to their industry. Once you start listening to all these social media channels, you'll get a lot of data points, and data points you start classifying. So for example, in the month of say June, what happens across the globe. So for example, in India it rains and there are cyclones in south of India. It needs to be pre-planned in advance, and the cargo might get late during that period. So across the globe they started understanding what is happening. So they didn't go ahead with directly posting on social media channels. They first listen to understand what is the customer. Unless we are able to address customer problem, it doesn't make sense to be on social media channels. Once they came to know this is every year trend, they used only one trend as a test. So they created a strategy to address the issue of ice situation in Baltic Sea. So in around northern Siberian region, that Russia and all, and the is like a snowbed, and the ship needs to cut that snow to move from one place to another place. Even the snowfall is 10 to 15 inches thick snowfall across the cargo carrier. They usually don't prefer sending cargo during this particular period because the cargo might be perishable or the cargo might get destroyed. If extreme cold environment is there and you want to maintain certain heat level, then the cost to maintain that temperature level is high. Secondly, because you cannot navigate those ice laden waters, the ship is stationed in one location for weeks. exporters were losing money due to this. So they created a white paper on this and talked about if you are going to send cargo from St. Petersburg port to any location during this particular season when Baltic Sea freezes, you need to take care of all these things. So if your cargo is this type of cargo, you need to take care of this. If your cargo is this, then you need to take care of this. And then it gave also some tips about what as a company does when they have to send cargo across Baltic Sea. They launched this report, and since they had the data, they started targeting via Facebook ads, via AdWords, and via different ads to that set of audiences. Almost a lot of people, like more than 200 people, clicked to download the report. Whenever they downloaded the report, they became part of their email pro. And these are the people who are the direct leads. Once you have this database, you start sending them more information about what you should do when you're sending different types of cargo. And they started marketing to them. They saw an addition of 20 new freight forwarders. Imagine one freight forwarder sending at least 50 containers per week, the amount of business they were able to generate just by doing this strategy. So this is how social media and digital marketing can actually help you. But if you listen to what people want, only then you will be able to craft that as an actual message. If you don't listen to what customers want, you will do something, but you will feel that कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है. There's no traction. You won't get any traction because it's not relevant to people. Moving ahead, they have a total website for their social line and everything. So Musk line has 1 billion followers on Facebook. SlideShare now SlideShare is under screen, but earlier during our days, SlideShare was a standalone website where you can host a lot of presentations. Any questions? Very important. No question. So be a good listener because listening facilitates conversation. Social media monitoring listening helps to brands to understand what their customers think about the brand or product. What is monitoring? Monitoring is you are monitoring your web to understand whether anybody is talking negative about you or because you did some screw up or if there's any crisis or for example mobile all the telecom operators are present on Twitter and social media channels as a customer support because if you are unhappy and not getting any network you'll always tweet over there. That is called monitoring. What is social media listening? So social media listening is you are listening to conversations happening and you're participating in those conversations. Usually when you are doing social media listening, it helps you to tell why it is happening. And if you're able to tell why it is happening, you can then create an engagement campaign which works in a better fashion. So what's the difference between the two, social media monitoring and listening? Monitoring is like interviewing. It's a reactive process. Goal is respond to customers as a short-term solution. While listening is like polling or conducting a survey. It's a proactive process. You generate actionable insights. And it's a long-term solution because based on what users are talking about, imagine you create social media content around those particular aspects. You will have much better traction. You will have much better comments and reach with that social media content. So monitoring is usually more related to observing graphs and then go to the trends. Listening helps to understand the exact issue faced by the stakeholder and address accordingly. These are the terminals like social media monitoring, listening, media management, social media scheduling tool, social media intelligence, social media audience segmentation, sentiment analysis, potential reach, engagement, influencers, insights, and actionable insights. So getting value from listening. So once you start listening across the social media channels and you start responding based on the listening trends, you are able to control a lot of negative decisions. You are able to control if there's a crisis which might hit off. So these are the metrics for social media monitoring specifically. Reach, buzz, volume, framework is tools, targeted metrics, keywords, location-based information gathering process, and production efficiency gains by monitoring metrics. Nature is tactical. Monitoring is tactical, listening is strategic. Social media listening monitor workflow. So usually there's a software and that software will keep on tracking forums, blogs, social networks, videos, traditional press, pictures, etc. They will quantify and route it to legal, public relations, marketing, customer service, and accounting. Social media monitoring agency process. This is how, like Hootsuite, you are able to monitor different posts and what traction you are getting. The number of follows you're getting, the number of likes you're getting, number of comments you're getting, and a single place from where you will respond to all the messages. This is how a dashboard you will see for Radian 6. Radiance say Hootsuite will cost you around say $1,600 per month, around say 12K to 15K per year. Radiance is costs around 12 to 15 lakhs per year. They can detail out past history of that particular person and how many views they have, what engagement that particular person is getting. If there is a particular person who has been talking negatively about you, it will give you sentiment analysis, influences, what the influences, and you can classify the influencer based on number of followers and the number of engagement that you get. Surveillance. So now somebody shared the surveillance video, and that also you are able to track via Radiant 6. Then you can create dashboards also, specifically if there's a particular need of a client. Then you can create a dashboard that, okay, you want to see what is the traffic, from where, what are the keywords that are happening, and what keywords people are tracking, like budget, terrorism, energy, education, environment, immigration. What are the sources which are happening, like YouTube, what all videos are going up on YouTube. This is medical related. And these are some of the tools you can use. You can use Google Alerts also to understand what people are talking about. Whenever people share any particular content online, there's a Google Alert which can be created. Social mention is for hashtags and then social mention tracking, Radiant 6, Astento, eWatch, Spiral 16, Brandwatch, social media monitoring, Talk Walker alerts. Based on your requirement, to what extent you can invest and what extent you need to know about your customers, you will invest in those kind of things. These are the themes, social media themes, and this is our top influencers. When they share how many people are tracking it, where they are tracking it, all these things will look.
Air France is one of the world's biggest airlines. 56 million customers worldwide, 1,000 flights a day, flying to 195 destinations. The airline industry is really challenging as we are subject to instability of the weather. There are many touch points with our customers. Air France is also a premium brand, very attached to excellence for our sales, with customers having high expectation to immediate response. Air France gets an increasingly high volume of conversation and mention on social media. 350,000 mentions a month, plus 8 to 10,000 private message a day. We decide to invest on a social listening tool to leverage this conversation and customer voice more.
I'm in charge of the social media analyst team. They are working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, dedicated to social media listening on operational. We need to be really reactive and understand what our client needs on the other side of the globe, especially when there is a storm and the clients are lost. With the social media, you can really quickly understand this and adapt your communication toward the clients.
From a digital marketing point of view, I personally love the way the topic will allow us to have instant insights on brand perception. We decided to reconnect to this idea this year, and we managed to see the evolution of the share of voice related to topics like technology or startups. No other tool can offer you those insights in real time with that accuracy.
We also use a lot Radaring in order to analyze better who are talking about the subjects. We have different kinds of influencers who are talking about us. So we have more marketing influencers, we have press media, and we really need to distinguish those local influencers to make sure that we adapt our communication, but also our strategy towards them.
In just few minutes, 93 users have been trained, working on 137 requests on a daily basis. Customer voice is important across departments. So we involve the customer experience departments, press departments, operational control center, and station. Having a dedicated account manager for reference is a real key to success. About NewsWheel is only half of the story. AI can solve an algorithm just do what's been designed to. Human analysts understand the context, have the whole picture in mind.
You cannot replace analysts by your social media listening is evolving every day, and it's evolving with our clients. So we need to follow the way our clients are using social media. And for that, you need first good tools and then good analysts.
The mission of Danone is to bring health through food to as many people as possible with brands such as Actimel, Activia, Alpro, Silk, Evian, Volvic, Badois, also infant formula, and all these brands are pretty all across the world. Danone decided to really move into social media intelligence 4 or 5 years ago. when it was part of the digital transformation of Danone. And this was identified as one of the key pillars of the transformation. It was really at the beginning about demystifying digital. You had more than 1,000 users using the platform on a regular basis, and it's spread across the 5 continents. Social listening is used at Danone by different teams. Firstly, in marketing, consumer insights, digital teams, our R&D, SBS, which is about consumer behavior. Also communication, CSR as well. One thing we appreciate very much is having the access to the product and development team, having regular conversations, what Lincoln is able to develop.
It's a really powerful tool. Since the pilot was a success, we onboarded almost all the consumer manager insights around the world within Danone. And today, we are using it to collect insights for topic exploration, to enhance innovation, and for consumer knowledge.
Linfluence helped us to deploy social listening, not only via the tool, but with the people accompanying this development. We created a lot of visibility via not only the platform, but also outputs, deliverables. We communicate internally to raise the awareness, get the engagement of the people. Training is getting momentum, and we need to consider this as a way to understand our world and consumers.
Have you seen United Airlines break guitars?
How many more sessions did you had for this film process? Just wanted to know how many more sessions did we had?
So this is there, and then one more session. That's one, because I went told you I need to conduct only 8 sessions with you.
Okay.
So have you seen this United Break Guitars case study?
No, I haven't.
So literally what happened was, because if you don't listen, then what happens? So there's a book written by Dave Carroll on United Break Guitars. So even if you do search, you'll get, just a second, let me share the screen. So if you search United Break Guitars, there's this video which comes up.
He had so much fun.
To Nebraska, connecting in Chicago. Those old passengers said from the seat behind me, my God, the throwing guitars out there. Band and I exchanged a look, described his terror at the action on the top of her mat, and knowing whose projectiles these would be.
So Dave Carroll was flying on a flight from using United Airlines, and he and his band members, they were going to Perth. And as he landed, I think in Nebraska or somewhere, some old lady told him that, see over there, they are throwing guitars. That's when he saw that his guitar box was being thrown. When he got his guitar, it was broken, and he requested to replace his guitar because it was a pretty costly guitar. They didn't listen to him. He went to all the communication head and to different levels, but nobody was ready to listen to this guy, Dave Carroll. Ultimately, out of frustration, he created this video and this particular song. He wrote this song, and along with the band members, they uploaded this to YouTube. Next day, this went on a total viral factor. Everybody was talking about Dave Carroll. Still, United Airlines was not ready to speak to Dave Carroll. All the media channels, everybody, CNN, BBC, everybody is covering Dave Carroll and how United break guitar. The Music Association also invited him to talk about his insights about how do you carry your musical instruments when you fly by a plane, and how do you ensure they don't get broken. When this thing is happening, the company who manufactured the guitar, they came online and directly told, Dave, we can't replace your ticket. But one thing we can do for sure is we can give you a new guitar. They told this publicly, and they also told people, the owner of the company told, in case if you're traveling in future via any airline, and if they don't take care of your guitars, how should you take care of your guitars? In the meantime, there was a company who launched, still United Airlines is not ready to talk. Everybody is talking in this space. And another company launches full box for carrying guitar. And they told, if you use this box to carry your guitar, no matter how, from where you throw, your guitar won't break. Abhi tak, Dave Carroll has been flying off. I think it took around 6 months to 9 months for United Airlines to actually use a communication that came to Dave Carroll and apologized with him. And told him, can we give you another ticket? They bola, I don't need another ticket. I'm already a huge public figure. Bola ki we wanted to request you that can you remove that song? Bola ki na, because of you, I became a big celebrity. Now how can I remove that particular song? One particular mistake for not listening to your customers, this is what it happens.
Anyone who has ever been ticked off at an airline is going to absolutely relish this. Now, a musician whose expensive guitar was damaged by United Airlines baggage handlers and who was treated with cold indifference after he complained about it is getting his revenge big time in an online video that has become quite a hit. Take a look. And joining us for an exclusive interview from Halifax is Dave Carroll. Dave, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So I guess it's safe to say thanks to United that your music career has really taken off.
I got home last night and I downloaded 1,000 emails. Yes.
Did you ever expect, though, with
So in digital, this is called a virality factor. And this happens a lot of time. If you are able to understand how you can use this virality factor for your brand, you can go to next league. I'll show you two more case studies. Two of them happened in India, right in Bombay. So this particular effect is now known as Streisand effect. There's a particular definition to this particular thing. Actress Barbara Streisand attempt to hide photos of her beach house resulted in them getting widely publicized. That's how the whole terminology came into existence. She's an American singer whose 2003 attempt to suppress photos of her residence in California inadvertently drew for the public attention. So this was her home over here. And Californian coast, if you see the coastline gets washed by waves. For the Californian coastal records, they started clicking photos of the entire coastline and they uploaded to the municipal website. Last year, so much amount of erosion had happened. This erosion has increased or reduced or what it is. Somebody copied that photo and posted on a website saying that this is where Barbara Streisand lives. Once she came to know this, my photos have been shared, she filed a court case against the coastal department and told them to remove those photographs where the photo shows a home. The photos were removed, but people started sharing, "Arey, this photo you won't see on municipal website. This is the photo where Barbara Streisand home is there." So more and more people started sharing the same photo because the photo was in public domain, even though it was not present right now on the municipal website. So it created that negativity. Quite similar thing happened with Skoda. Now, Skoda, this is around 2008 ka case study of Skoda. And this was the Skoda dealer in Mumbai. This store was near Juhu Tara Road, a huge showroom over there. And the guy called Harish Kanchan, he was fighting with Skoda for almost a year. What happened was he went for servicing. He was a car lover, so he exactly came to know during the servicing, guys, these are duplicate parts. Once he took back his car and then he came, they told we didn't change anything. He approached court, he approached consumer forum, he approached all the way to the Skoda managing director and also the embassy and everything, but nobody was ready to help him. So after a year of difficult phase, he came to a website called Team BHP. He posted his story, which around 40,000 users during that time. Right now, the users might have crossed 5-6 lakhs. So he posted, "Dear Kapil, who is the owner as well as the moderator of Team BHP. I'm fighting with Skoda for last 1 year. I've written to all these particular people, but nobody is ready to help me. So fact one, what has happened and each and every detail. He posted also his car parts. Original kaisa dikhta hai, duplicate kaisa dikhta hai. And he just posted over there. Some people commented and everything. But one problem, Skoda came to know about this and Skoda approached this guy, Kapil, the owner of Team BHP, told him to remove this article. Otherwise, they're going to file a court case against him. And a notice was served to Kapil. He scanned that notice and uploaded on Team BHP website and told, "Guys, please help. Skoda is trying to close up. They feel Harish is wrong and they are right. And if everybody can help each other, we can survive and Harish gets his right judgment and all those things." Public ने क्या किया? Public literally copied Harish Kanchan wrote and posted on their social media channels. Now, what were those social media channels? That time there was Friendster, MySpace, Orkut. So they started sharing on their blog. They started sharing on their social media channels. And suddenly, spike happened. The spike was at to such an extent that publications like Times of India, Maharashtra Times, Navbharat Times, Mumbai Mirror, all started carried this story about how Skoda service center fixed duplicate parts in Harish's car. Itna level हुआ, their managing director got sacked, the communication head got sacked, the head of marketing got sacked, customer support got sacked. The Nimar Innes lost his dealership of Skoda, and this happened. So this is a time when all the automobile companies are gearing up for the Dussehra buying patterns, the Dhanteras buying patterns, the Diwali buying patterns. Because of this particular case, Skoda lost that year almost huge amount of sales. People on social media talking like after so many years, again, this car companies are doing this and everything. Aircel had an interesting case story, but instead of negativity, the virality helped them to get a positive angle to what they did. So I don't know, you people have heard about Aircel, but Aircel was a company which came under 2G scam and everything. Now, whenever you launch an operation in Mumbai, you need to have a press conference, you need to do a lot of print media, you need to have hoardings, you need to have a lot of this particular stuff to ensure that a lot of people see your brand. They also had Dhoni as their brand ambassador. So getting Dhoni over here and doing this whole exercise of spending 10, 20 crore, they planned something different. So what they did was, if you are from Bombay, you would know there's an area called Milan Subway. And whenever it rains, Milan Subway gets flooded. So in 2009, what they did was they created a hoarding in case of emergency, cut the rope, and had this small boat which can ferry people when it gets flooded. As usual, it got flooded, and literally Aircel people came over there. They cut the rope and used this boat to ferry the passengers from east to west. They were all wearing this Aircel ka t-shirt and everything, because of which more branding. This is the point in time that a communication specialist shared SMS, because that time WhatsApp and everything was not there. You can either communicate via emails or via SMS. So they shared emails at Milan Subway. This is the stories. Once photo journalists came to know about this, they came down, they clicked photos, and slowly stories started appearing. So literally, this was a solution, a CSR solution, less than 50, 60,000 they would have spent on this particular activity. But what they got, a hero's welcome in Bombay. Front page news. So even if they would have done a press conference, they wouldn't have got a front page news. But today, Aircel did what BMC did not. And Aircel got a hero's welcome in. So again, keep one thing in mind as a communication specialist, as a digital marketing specialist, think about what is that one idea which can create a viral product. Don't think about spending huge amount of money. कि ये रहेगा तो मैं ये करूँगा, ये रहेगा. Think what is a unique factor, what you can do. And those are simple things that can help you to drive a lot of mileage for your brands. See, Maharashtra Times, Hindustan Times, Economic Times. But the reason why you are wearing that t-shirt of Aircel and why you have that boat name under Aircel is to give you that more coverage and mileage in that among those photo opportunities and everything. Heroes welcome. What to the PR agency, whoever was a PR person, I think they played very well. They got this great idea. Then not just that idea they had, they used this idea to create this opportunity. And then after this was done, they sent email campaigns, to mass email campaigns, to whatever data they had of journalists and to people and everything, to communicate to the positive aspects about Aircel's initiative. So, well, Rajesh, since you are working in digital marketing agency, this kind of things will be very common, and which you might laugh it off. But the thing is, this is very common in a social media agency. ये मेरे agency में ही सब काफी उधर से. So there's a tweet which comes to wanna marry at the rate Vodafone owner's daughter by EOD. Somebody replies without reading, please DM us your contact number, also brief us your concern, and we will surely help you out. This is what happens if you are manning it and you don't really read what people are asking. So there's a Tata Docomo tweet which is happening. Call was made to you and informed that VA service was deactivated, and also an amount of 2.76 has been credited to your account. Why this SMS was happening is, technically speaking, these are SMSs. But somehow this SMSs got connected to the tweets, and instead of sending a DM or a SMS, these are going as a public tweet. So then somebody comes up and says, Kisko bata raha? That's the most easiest way to lose job. Ki share something which you are supposed to share from your handle, you end up sharing via your client's handle. Client ne pakad will be asked to put down papers. Nothing else happens. And this is very common. Well, not just this. Literally, in my agency, if you work on any mutual fund client, there is a statutory warning which goes at the end of the any mutual funds. It says that आता है ना, mutual fund come with the risk and everything. Before investing, please read the offer document carefully. Now, the idea is this statutory warning needs to be a part of each and every advertisement, each and every TVC, each and every social media announcement that goes out. But if you miss that, you can lose your job. There was a person in our social media agency who actually, there was a mistake she committed for the first time. And first mistake was the client. She still went ahead and without adding that warning, she blasted that email has gone to 1 lakh investors. If some investor tomorrow invests and tells ki because of they claim that 10% increase milega, I invested and I didn't get an increase. If they file a court case, I have to pay that up. So somebody has to lose job. So when we were talking to the client, we came to know ki once the CMO approved one ad copy advertisement that went in Outlook Business, and he forgot to check whether it had the warning or it didn't have a warning. Next, within a week, just our advertisement, the compliance saw this ad and they saw that there was nothing related to that statutory warning. There's no if and but which is asked. You straight away are told, please put down your papers and search for some. You'll get all your remuneration, everything in place. But yeah, so always keep one thing in mind: ki whenever any such kind of initiative you are doing, please check 2 or 3 times. So 19 November ko Make My Trip launched a particular contest, and then after say 20 or 25 days, Go IBBO launches the same type of campaign with same details and everything. So what Make My Trip did was it took both the things as screenshots and shared on their Twitter stream, asking their fans to please share कि spot the difference between both the campaigns. कुछ difference नहीं है. See 22 November about an hour ago, and ये 19 November को Make My इधर नहीं हुआ story and the story then started. Harshdeep Singh, your turn goibibo.com, RT Make My Trip में at the rate Make My Trip is much faster than GoIBbo. लगता है GoIBbo का starting थोड़ा slow हुई है. GoIBbo Make My Trip knew कि what is happening. But GoIBbo का बंदा, we regret for your trouble caused. Kindly advise your issue so that we may look this on priority. Are you even reading that what conversation is going on? Still that person is posting the same tweets. It's not regarding booking, but you can call on this number if you want to talk about the issue 1800. That is, by the way, Make My call center number. Then, hi Harshdev, in order to stay paid on this, you are requested spelling. And they literally hand over this kind of work to somebody who doesn't understand what to tweet. And then this kind of things happen. You become a sorry face in front of your clients. So in May, I don't have a problem if you are going to watch Teri Meri Kahani today. Right now, Twitter has like button, but that point in time, it was favorite or retweet. Food Fiesta, very good morning, everyone. Hit if you had a fun weekend. Whenever somebody will post this kind of a tweet, it means that the tweet, Facebook, they copy pasted the same thing over here. Get a job, L'Oreal Paris India page. So you might be aware or you might not be aware, Jabong was a portal which was bought over by Flipkart that point in time. Had an opening for branded. And the job description में सब कुछ लिख पाट था. They copied the entire brand description from Flipkart and driving awareness for Flipkart and building brand equity through mass media and targeted campaigns. What they did was they used the same copy which Flipkart used for jobs. Then how do agencies handle these blunders? Starco said, we are in the process of taking necessary action and will ensure no such event occurs. Our account got hacked. Is the same. MTV managed very well. To all John Lennon fans, long live John Lennon. We made a mistake. We are sorry. We want to be cool. Keep tweeting. We will have trolls. Fortis Healthcare, like Fortis Hospital, had a campaign which said, "Agar maa ka doodh piyaye to." Now, I am pissed off with this office. These are unintentional damages a lot of time. But this is the reason these are unintentional because nobody cared to see what is happening or care to read what should be done. Literally, just working without focusing doesn't work and doesn't deliver any result. Focus on what you are doing. A lot. I remember these guys who manage social media, like posting and everything, these are mostly interns. When they are posting, they literally don't care to read about what they should be posting, what they shouldn't be posting, what people are asking, what comments we should be doing. They just compile and do it for the sake of doing it. This doesn't give any impact for your brand. How to avoid blunders. So, yeah, analytics with social media analytics, advertising terminology, e-commerce, different types of e-commerce, benefits and drawbacks of e-commerce, waiting time e-commerce. Open source platforms are another type of e-com platform. Alibaba, Amazon, Overstock, STC, Newegg, MarketBite, Walmart, Wayfair. So government rules regarding e-com, fundamentals of marketing for digital medium, 6 pillars of organic out of sales. Okay. So marketing versus sales. Marketing makes the 4 P's of marketing. अब तक ये इधर से evolve ही नहीं हुआ है 4 P's of marketing से. What are the 6 pillars of marketing? So product, price, location, promotion, people, presentation. This is very important for any particular brand. What your product is being sold, what is the price point, whether that location is the location, the promotion, the people, all these things are important. What is digital marketing, the evolution of digital marketing, push and pull approaches of digital marketing. Fundamentally, a lot of times brands have to play between there's a very thin line between when do you apply push marketing, when do you apply pull marketing. A lot of times a brand will, what they do is they will create a lot of marketing and buzz around a particular product. But when it comes to about buying the product, they will say that there are just 50 coupons out. Please share your details. We will come back to you. So around 2017 and 16, when launched in India, they were particularly focused towards their activities using Flipkart. So a lot of times Xiaomi, they didn't have stores during that point in time. So Xiaomi used to market, say, for a month, and they will be only selling via Flipkart. And there was a small time where only 1,000 phones at a configuration with Samsung ka similar configuration, they will get at half the rate of what Samsung ka phone ka rate was. They played it very well, and they use this particular aspirational value that, okay, if you want, you can buy the phone, you can pre-book it, but you only have this particular amount of time to do the pre-booking and everything. Because of this small window, they were able to generate a lot of traffic on Flipkart website. The Flipkart website used to get crashed a lot of times just because of this Xiaomi sell RI करके. So brands can create lot of such traction and lot of such traffic. They will push you to buy कि ये product buy करो, ये product buy करो, ये product buy करो. And when the time is right, they will create crunch in the market. And you will keep on searching for from where should I buy, from where should I buy, and then they will say that, okay, fill the details. We will come back to you once we have the product in place. They will purposely do this particular activity, and then they will increase the rate to at least 2,000 rupees. So that flash sale of for 1,000 phones will be available only for 5 minutes. And within the 5 minutes, if you are able to book full rate at full price, you will get that particular phone. So people used to log into five different laptops and be ready at that point in time to buy that particular product. It was so high push into the market. There we come to SEO. We spoke about SEO last time, search engine optimization. Now search engine crawlers would crawl the website. They will visit the web page. They will track the title, meta description, content of the website. Then they will classify the website for different keywords and different tags. So whenever somebody is searching, it will display the website. So whenever on Google, any search engine will only classify the URL of the website. They never classify the website as it is because each web page is different from the other. The list page, which there is another page which is classified to that extent, is a contact us page. Your product page is classified to a large extent. Your case studies page is classified to a large extent. Even your pages like customer contact or customer support, they get classified because a lot of people are searching for this kind of things. Search engine marketing. Search engine marketing is your ad campaigns that you use, pay-per-click campaigns. Any pay-per-click campaign is called search engine marketing campaign. Social media optimization. So the goals of social media is all about how do you communicate, create campaigns, and start marketing. Digital marketing 6th edition. So there's a new concept in digital which is called inbound marketing. It was started by HubSpot. So if you do any courses by HubSpot, the lot of courses HubSpot has, and these are free courses, but it's an interesting aspect that inbound marketing, if you are able to create lot of content around your product and you use those terms which people are searching for, you can easily sell a product if a customer is coming to you. If you are going to a customer, it is difficult to make the sale because they will negotiate. But if the customer is coming to you, then the negotiation level doesn't happen to that extent. And hence you can crack that easily. So HubSpot started this particular concept of, say, inbound marketing, and it has grown a lot. So staying in touch with emailers, email marketing, and newsletters. Email marketing, we also discussed last time. Email marketing by far is the oldest form of digital marketing, and still it is the best form of digital marketing. You get huge amount of traffic via email marketing. But when you create an email marketing, think about you're speaking to that person, one-on-one person. Your subject line needs to have their name. You need to speak to that person. You need not think about kya creativity hai, but think about the copy which you have in that particular email marketing. Learn the best techniques of email marketing is, I subscribe to a lot of newsletters, whether those are coaches ka newsletter or whether anybody other person ka newsletter. These particular people want to market their services to you. Hence, they will ensure that they will write the copy in the best possible way, wherein you get intrigued and you will come to the. So the best way to learn email marketing is go and become a subscriber to a lot of emails. So email marketing we covered. Pretty is my trip, I think. They created a good viral marketing strategy. So when Narendra Modi was sitting at the Lakshadweep beaches, there was a tweet by some Malaysian, I think tourism minister or somebody, ki
Days after Prime Minister Modi's visit to Lakshadweep and his effort to promote tourism on the island has triggered a social media row. Now, in his post on social media platform X, the minister accused India of targeting Maldives and said that India faces significant challenges in competing with Maldives in beach tourism. Now, this comes after Prime Minister's tweets about snorkeling in Lakshadweep went viral and prompting many social media users in India to suggest that Lakshadweep as an alternative tourism destination to Maldives. Now, India-Maldives relations, remember, in the last few months have remained strained after President Mohammad Muizzu came to power in 2023 in November and issued an election pledge to remove a small contingent of 75 Indian military personnel in the country and alter the Maldives' India First policy. Now, Muizzu is set to pay a state visit to China as well from the 8th of January to the 12th, according to the Chinese Foreign
a year later, something. So they've been India's second largest travel portal and a proud homegrown company. We have taken a stand that starting 8 January, we have indefinitely suspended all travel bookings to Maldives. This is called newsjacking actually. You use a particular news and then start jacking up for your own benefits. Pradhan Mantri se ya jo bhi hai. But the thing is, what they felt was the timing was right. They were into travel. And if you want to get more people to connect with you emotionally, so they said that we are stopping all booking to Maldives. As soon as they said this, they spoke, the CEO and the founder spoke about it via his social media channels. They issued a release and they created front page advertisements in most top end publications. Within 10 days, the hits on Make My Trip increase, and most of the people who are now want to book suddenly saw Make My Trip as a good Indian company that is supporting this particular aspiration. If you are able to use the news, if you are able to do news hacking at right point in time, you can create a good amount of traffic. A lot of times we keep on thinking kya kare, but the thing is kya kare. A lot of times client misses out on opportunities. They can literally use it. The travel company gain from this, tourism companies gain from this particular aspects. Not just this, if there is a company which might not be into travel, which might be something into travel gear, or which might be a tourist location, for example, a hotel line, Indian hotel line talking about this, suddenly you create a spike, but you need to use it very well and you need to plan out and use it. It shouldn't happen. You take an action and that action results into something different thing. So companies which are new age companies, for them to take this kind of action is easy because they don't have to go to different levels to ask, should I do this, should I do? But when it comes to big companies, for them, the decision making process is very long. They will keep on pondering to this particular thing, ki, should we talk this, shouldn't we talk this, or should we talk this? And iske which may they lose out on the precious time that they need to act. This is news jacking. And where is our, again, push pull and understanding consumer needs, customer profiling, surveys and questionnaires. Now, understanding consumer needs is very essential because if you really want to create content that resonates with customer, it is important that you need to understand what the customer wants, what type of content they relate, when they relate to that kind of a content, what type of videos they like. This is the reason why you do customer profiling, you do surveys, you do focus groups, discussions, use different technology to analyze quantitatively and qualitatively, choosing the right marketing mix. If they are not present on LinkedIn, and if I'm using LinkedIn as a part of my communication campaign, it doesn't make sense because you're wasting your efforts. Focus your efforts on where your customer is and where they would like to engage. And then you start doing your engagement campaigns. Also, create content which resonates with them. Then we move to pricing decisions, promotional decisions, decisions regarding distribution. This is an interesting decision. Like, how do you want to distribute your products on your brand? When Xiaomi started their operations in India, they didn't have a store. They were only selling via Flipkart. Even you won't get a Xiaomi phone on Xiaomi's website also. You don't want to have a store-led decision model, you will only do via Flipkart. So even if you see top 10 mobile store and if they're selling Xiaomi phone, they will also buy it via that particular sale only. That's how the entire model was created. Now moving from this particular distribution, so you plan your distribution model. And now coming to social media marketing, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. There are all lot of social media platforms like the Snapchat nowadays, Snapchat filters to market. It all depends upon where your target audience is searching, how they are searching, and again, what content resonates. So successful is Facebook marketing. There's no particular thumb rule to say that Facebook is successful, LinkedIn is successful. There would be some platforms that will be successful. There will be some platforms that may not be successful. It all depends upon whether your customers are present on these platforms. Always don't plan just because you have to be present on all the platforms. You plan your campaign where your customer is present. Only then it will work. If your customer is not present on the platform and still you try to target them, it won't work or it won't be helpful on also. So determine the important goals and keywords, cost per click, add dynamic product ads, how to plan your campaigns, Twitter marketing plan. अभी तो X हो गया. So these are the tweets. This is Proud Social for Twitter marketing. This thing is Lego. Lego has rebuilt the world. This particular campaign rebuilt the world. They have used it uniquely. Although Lego is mostly targeted to kids, but what Lego realized over the period of time that there are a set of people who buy Lego and they would really love to use, they really love to play using Lego bricks. And these are grown-ups. And this grown-up set of people don't just buy, say, $1,000 ka Lego, they will invest 10,000 and 20,000 to buy Lego, and they will literally create Lego ka a palace, they will create a submarine using Lego. When you are targeting this kind of, or when you have this kind of target audience, you need to be on social media, like tweets, using the tweets. And when you say rebuild the world, they ask their counterparts and the people who were buying Lego that, okay, how do you envision a new world? Tell us and share with us this new world. How do you envision it? And whenever you create that thing, share it on Twitter along with this hashtag. You worked and helped Lego a lot to create a totally different campaign and stand out among its target audience. When it comes to content marketing, so everybody says content is the king. If content is the king, then context is the queen. If your content doesn't have a context, it is useless. Straight away, it is not going to result in anything. So focus to have a content which has a context. Without context, everything is useless. You just post content, it doesn't relate to anybody. But when you do with context, it relates. Nowadays, as I told last time, influencers are not having to that extent traction. Brands believe that micro influencers are better because they can communicate and engage with the target audience. Big influencers don't have time to communicate and to engage with the target, whoever is commenting. You can talk about the brand, you can share insights. If as an influencer you don't have time to talk about or to comment, then I am losing out on a large share of my audience who would love to engage. And that's why I will transfer this particular thing to micro influencers. Instagram use, Facebook use, social media. I don't know kya fetish. I somehow somebody loves this Maggie controversy. For 3 years continuously, year on year, ये Maggie controversy के लिए they were having questions in the question paper. Write down about Maggie controversy. What was the controversy and everything. Why only Maggie faced a controversy? There are a lot of controversies which are happening. So study this particular controversy, because the reason somebody has written it over here and they keep on giving it in question papers is because they want to read this particular thing what they have written over here. So power students ne by head is what they want to understand. So crisis of fake news. There is more fake news, and in the world where there is more fake news, it is important for a brand to invest and systems where they can generate authentic news and validated news, or they need to have systems in place where the customers can come and check out, okay, this is the real news. So you need to, as a brand, you need to have systems in place where customers can check the validity of a particular news, whether this news is validated and true or whether this is fake news. Let's talk a performance, up, down. So this is where we covered your entire book. If you have any questions, you can ask. Have you had a chance to see last year ka question paper or anything of that sort?
No, because this is the first year for this course. No, the last time I believe when there was a conversation regarding the notes availability, the syllabus for regular batch and the distance is totally different. They're not similar. Last time when everybody was asking about the notes and all, she was like, I can give you the question paper, but the syllabus, the questions are totally different from the regular batch and for distance.
But if you see the syllabus and what the document which I showed you, you have a particular document.
I think, yeah, the documents have been shared with us, so I'm sure it should be there.
If that is what the document is about, then 95 both the things are same.
Okay, I'll check and let you know that.
Okay, right. I've seen when the course was changed, why certain things were added and when they were added. So the reason I stopped teaching at university because I don't have a net set ka degree. I haven't cleared net set. And I'm not even a master's student. I'm a diploma holder. The only reason I was teaching over there because the faculty at that point in time felt that you need somebody from industry to share this thing because they understand this better rather than some faculty who has done net set but who doesn't know digital marketing, and they will explain from the, because teaching you about what is email marketing, you have done email marketing. What you need to understand is how the email marketing can be grown. So this kind of the questions will come like AdWords kya hai? Explain the following terms. How will you measure ROI and define success with the social media strategy? What is a PPC and how it will be effective? All these things are part of the portion, what I've been teaching. If the question paper is different, what difference they will create in that question paper? What is the limitation you have experienced on social media platform? How did you overcome this? What does Tata as a company aim to achieve? So if you see, most of these questions are point of view questions. Okay. What is a social media release and where is it used? Now, there's nowhere social media release has been spoken about. But still, one question I had. If you do just a Google search, you'll get social media release. The reason I didn't teach you social media release because it is irrelevant.